Our next speaker is Blaine Coleman.
I went to the National Lesbian and Gay March in Washington, D.C. in October of 1979. 35 years later, finally, the demands of that march are being met. It should be that way, except it should not have taken 35 years. I also went to my first Palestinian rights event in 1979, and 35 years later, Palestinians are still treated by this city council and by every city council as lower than human. That's not right. You have to boycott Israel and stop your party. For all of you, almost all of you, that's the Democrats. You have to boycott Israel and stop your party from supporting war criminals. You have to boycott Israel and stop your president from supporting war criminals. You have to boycott Israel and stop your Congress from supporting war criminals. What is so controversial about that? People who help war criminals get tried at The Hague. Hundreds of your constituents marched for a boycott Israel resolution this summer right outside this city council. 100 of your constituents marched right up into the city council to tell you, as if you didn't know, about Israel's massacre of Gaza last summer. Those 100 people demanded in this room a boycott Israel resolution as loudly and as clearly as they possibly could. You, all of you, turned a deaf ear to them. Instead of hearing them, you hid in your workroom until they left. You have repeatedly, in my opinion, let your Arab constituents know that you barely even consider them human. And that's a shame. That's a shame. You act as if the only good Palestinian is a dead Palestinian. Chuck, you can't even make eye contact, can you? After all these years.
Half a dozen times, Blaine.
One of you is enough to allow a public hearing on the boycott Israel resolution. Just one of you, to show that you have an ounce of humanity. If you refuse to even allow a public hearing on the boycott Israel resolution, then I will be glad to testify all about it at The Hague. 35 years.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Konstantin Tanin.